The crystalline throne room of the Zintharian Empire gleamed under three suns, casting prismatic shadows across Ava's azure skin. As queen of the most powerful civilization in the Andromeda sector, she had conquered 17 star systems, commanded fleets that could shatter planets, and wielded psionic abilities that made lesser beings tremble. Yet none of that prepared her for the day her human husband, Oliver, would reveal what humanity truly meant. Their union had been political at first, bridged between species after humanity emerged from their small blue world with unexpected diplomatic finesse. Ava had found Oliver fascinating, this creature from a death world who smiled at danger and laughed in the face of cosmic horror. His species had no natural psionic abilities, no chitinous armor, no ability to breathe in vacuum. They were fragile, short-lived, and utterly unremarkable by galactic standards. Or so she had believed. The attack came without warning. The Krethian Armada, ancient enemies of the Zintharian Empire, materialized from hyperspace with 300 warships. Their demand was simple: surrender Eva or watch her empire burn. The Krethians were a warrior race, each standing 12 feet tall with exoskeletons that could withstand plasma fire. Their reputation for brutality was legendary across the galaxy. Eva stood on the palace balcony, her 4 arms crossed in defiance as the enemy fleet darkened her skies. Her royal guard mobilized, her fleets prepared for engagement, but she knew the mathematics of war. The Krethians had brought overwhelming force. Millions would die in the coming battle. "Let me handle this," Oliver said quietly beside her. Eva turned to her husband, her translucent eyes studying his plain human face. He wore simple clothes, standing barely 6 feet tall, looking impossibly small against the backdrop of an invasion fleet. "My love, your courage honors me, but this is beyond—" "Trust me," Oliver interrupted, and something in his voice made her pause. In their 3 years of marriage, she had never heard that particular tone. It wasn't fear or bravado. It was certainty. Before Eva could respond, Oliver stepped forward and addressed the Krethian flagship directly through the open communication channel. "I am Oliver Chun, human husband to Queen Eva. I'm giving you one chance to leave peacefully." The Krethian warlord's laughter boomed across every speaker in the capital city. "A human? The galaxy's most pathetic species dares threaten us? We've studied your kind. You have no claws, no armor, no psionics. You're barely more than children playing at civilization." Oliver's expression didn't change. "We tried to warn the others. The Vorgeth didn't listen either." Ava's hearts skipped. The Vorgeth had been a plague across the eastern spiral arm, a species of carnivorous raiders that had terrorized shipping lanes for generations. Then, 6 months ago, they had simply stopped. Their entire species had gone silent, their worlds empty, their ships drifting. Galactic intelligence had assumed they'd turned on themselves or been hit by plague. "What did you do?" Eva whispered, seeing her husband clearly for perhaps the first time. Oliver didn't answer her. Instead, he spoke to the Krethian fleet. "Humanity spent 10,000 years fighting each other before we reached the stars. We've perfected war in ways you can't imagine. We've made it an art, a science, a religion. We've built weapons that horrify us, so we locked them away. But we remember how to use them." The warlord's laughter had stopped. Empty threats from a soft-skinned ape. "You have 1 minute to jump to hyperspace," Oliver said, pulling out a small device that looked like nothing more than a communication tablet. "After that, I activate Protocol Nightfall." Ava's tactical display showed the Krethian fleet beginning their attack run. Whatever Oliver was planning, it was too late. Thousands of fighters were launching, preparing to bombard her capital. She moved to activate her own defensive psionics. "Ready to die protecting her people." Oliver tapped the screen 3 times. For a moment, nothing happened. Then Eva felt it a tremor in spacetime itself, something her psionic senses detected as wrongness incarnate. The space around the Crethian fleet began to shimmer, and one by one, their ships simply stopped. Not exploded, not damaged, stopped. Engines died, life support failed, every system simultaneously shut down across 300 warships. What Evil breathed. Targeted quantum disruption, Oliver explained calmly. We can identify the quantum signature of any technology and selectively collapse the probability waveforms that allow it to function. It's not actually a weapon, it's a fundamental manipulation of reality itself. Every Crethian ship, every weapon, every computer system just forgot how to exist in a functional state. The Crethian crews were still alive, Ava's sensors confirmed that, but they were drifting in dead hulks. Their mighty armada reduced to coffins in minutes without a single shot fired. Oliver continued, his voice carrying to every major power monitoring the situation. Humanity learned something important in our long history. The most terrifying weapon isn't the one that kills, it's the one that makes killing irrelevant. We can turn off your technology, spoil your ammunition, make your weapons malfunction at the molecular level. We can target specific DNA sequences with tailored plagues if we're truly desperate. We can do things that make conventional warfare obsolete. He turned to Ava, and she saw genuine sadness in his eyes. We hoped we'd never have to show anyone. We came to the stars wanting to be better than we were. But we're still human. We still remember how to be terrifying when we need to be. Ava felt her understanding of the universe shift. Humanity hadn't joined the galactic community as children learning from elders. They joined as sleeping giants, choosing to play nice because the alternative was too horrible to contemplate. The Vorgith? She asked. They attacked a human colony ship, killed everyone aboard, including children. Oliver's jaw tightened. We removed them. Completely. Every Vorgith in the galaxy simply lost the ability to wake up. They're not dead. They're in permanent sleep. We may reverse it someday when they've learned. The implications crashed over Eva like a tidal wave. The weak humans, the species everyone had dismissed as lucky primitives who stumbled into space technology, had been walking among them with the power to end civilizations with the press of a button. Oliver looked out at the drifting Crethian fleet. I'll let them go. Their ships will reactivate in about 6 hours, enough time for them to drift out of your space. But the galaxy needs to know now. Humanity isn't weak. We're restrained. There's a difference. Eva moved closer to her husband, seeing him with new eyes. Why didn't you tell me? Would you have married me if you knew what we could do? What we had done? Oliver's voice was soft, vulnerable in a way that made Ava's heart ache. She took his hand in one of her 4. I married you because you showed me kindness when you could have demanded respect. Because you chose love over power. She paused, understanding blooming. You've been protecting us all along, haven't you? Keeping humanity's weapons locked away so we could all live without fear. Oliver nodded. We don't want to be conquerors or tyrants. We want to be partners, friends, maybe someday family to all species. But we'll protect what we love. As the Crethian fleet began its slow, powerless drift toward the system's edge, Eva held her husband close and wondered what other secrets humanity kept locked away in the dark. Perhaps, she thought, the galaxy's greatest fortune wasn't that humanity had joined them peacefully. It was that humanity had chosen peace at all. The message rippled across the galactic networks within hours. The humans were not to be threatened, not because they would fight back, but because they had already won wars that other species couldn't even conceive of fighting. And in choosing restraint over domination, they had proven themselves more powerful than anyone had imagined. Eva watched the suns set over her empire, her husband's hand warm in hers. and felt grateful that humanity's true power was matched only by their surprising capacity for love. End.